I'm on the official swag page because I got swag. Anyway, yo, this is SCW here, back with another video. This video is going to be about another. It's going to be another movie review. It's going to be off Paranormal Activity 3 that just came out in theaters last Friday. I went to go see it on Tuesday because I have the Optima Rewards card and I get free movie Tuesdays, so it was a perfect opportunity. It was a nice day out, so I went to go see it. If you're a fan of the first two films, you're gonna love this one. I mean, it really just sums up everything like has been happening. The first two films basically kind of gets answered. You don't really know a lot, but it kind of gets answered. It's really, you see the background of it. You know where the haunting is coming from and whatever. I don't want to spoil anything here, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, the film really was scary. I thought it was scary. I saw people jumping off of their seats. I jumped, at certain moments in the film. It's not the best out of the three. I personally think that the first one was the best, but this one was pretty good. If I had to rate in order all three of the films, from best to worst, I would have to say Paranormal Activity 1 first, this film the second, which is Paranormal Activity 3, and then Paranormal Activity 2, which is the third. It's scary. It's basically the same concept, mockumentary. Obviously, it's based back in 1988. Christy and Katie are much smaller now, the main characters. In the previous movies. Basically, living in their house, and basically, it really sums up what they went through as children and the haunting that haunted them. Really. It really just answers a lot of your questions and what they were talking about when their house burned down, or that their mother died, or some shit like that. And it really gives you it doesn't tell you a lot, but you really get, if you really focus and look at the three movies, you'll see what I'm talking about. It was a pretty solid sequel. It was a prequel. I know the second movie was going on when Paranormal Activity 1 was coming out. Was going on, so they were intertwining, and this one is basically a prequel to that. So it really leaves it open at the end for Paranormal Activity 4. A lot of people didn't like the ending. I personally didn't mind it at all, because obviously they are going to make another one. Especially with the box office praise that it got. I believe it had I think it was 52.6 million. Yep, 52.6 million through the weekend. It was the highest movie on the box office, and it was actually the highest that any Paranormal Activity got for just one weekend. And obviously they're going to make a fourth one. I'm actually going to be looking forward to that. Movie, the acting, you don't know any of the actors. Obviously they try to make it as realistic as possible. It is a mockumentary. They try to make it as realistic as possible. There is there is good acting in this film, believable acting, convincing acting. They really tried to make this as realistic as possible. There was actually some moments that people laughed in the theater. I laughed sometimes, but the times where they really wanted to scare you, it really did scare you, and I think that's what horror films need. Horror films, have really been getting stale lately. Obviously, the classics will always be the classic, but horror films of nowadays suck so much dick. It's not even it's just the same concept over and over. A masked man comes to kill a bunch of teenagers. The innocent teenager is the only one to actually live, and the guy just keeps on coming back to back and back. Whether it's Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, or Jason Voorhees, or even but Scream. Scream is actually different, but the last Scream 4 sucked dick. It wasn't scary at all. It was not, the Scream movies are mostly, I think, mystery, suspense. type of shit, other than just being horror. It has that horror element as well, but not lately. Scream 4, I think, was horrible. Even with all the actors it had, all the fucking popular actors, well-known actors it had, it really didn't live up to the hype at all. That's why, I praise Paranormal Activity so much, because of the fact of the matter is, it does scare you. It really makes you think, because it's been, it actually can happen, and you've seen shows on sci-fi or whatever, you hear, like, you wake up in the middle of the night, you hear shit like banging or whatever on your door, or whether it's in your kitchen, your room, little creaks and moans. Mostly if you live in a house, obviously, but if you live in an apartment, it's understandable because you have other people living in the building as well. Yeah, it's really, like, really realistic, and that's why I praise Paranormal Activity. Yeah, so definitely go check it out. Go see it in the theaters. Don't buy it on bootleg. It's not gonna, don't buy it on bootleg. Don't watch it online. If you don't want to see it in the theaters, go get it on Blu-ray or DVD. Do not, like, go see it online. Just, I'm glad I didn't have to pay to see it, but it was refreshing. Even though I didn't pay for it, it was very good. I mean, that's a plus for me. I don't have to pay for it. It's actually relatively shorter than the other films it seems shorter. So yeah, just go check it out one day. While it's still in theaters, and let me know what you think or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, this is SCW. Talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Peace.